Hey everyone, this is Kevin Richards here from Rock the Stage NYC here on YouTube and rpmvocalstudio.com on the web for voice lessons worldwide. First I'm going to apologize for the dungeon-like atmosphere here. I'm in a different studio than I normally teach in. The studio where I normally teach is having some electrical problems, so they're doing some renovations, so I had to come to this place. Not the best atmosphere. So I apologize for the weird lighting and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, please check out the description below there. There you can get both my vocal courses in digital format, Breaking the Change, which is the intermediate, and Vocal Fire, which is kind of the warm-up and beginners thing. You can get those two together just for $50, just for being a cool person watching this video. You click the link in there. Also subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Remember to click that little buttony thing there and turn on notifications, because just being subscribed doesn't seem to mean anything anymore to YouTube. Also, there's links to playlists and stuff down there in the description where you can find videos on various topics, all that kind of stuff. So just check out the description. There's a lot of stuff in there for you. Anyway, today's topic is going to be on consistency. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go take a particular exercise here. We're going to do it 3 times in a row. And we're going to change the acoustical properties of it with each time we go around. The first time is going to be a hum. Second time is going to be an open sound. And then the third time is going to be open, but we're going to articulate and make some words. And again, horrible sounding, I'm sorry. But either way, you'll get what I mean. Now, the idea with this is humming is a great equalizer in terms of pressure, in terms of your compression, resonance, larynx position, tonality. It's a great equalizer. So I always recommend humming to all my students for all their exercises. They do them open sounded and then do them as a hum. Because if you can't keep your larynx in a more neutral position and you can't pressurize the sound correctly from underneath, the hum falls apart and your voice does that. So humming is really good. Then we want to open the sound. Can you now duplicate that nice flow you had with the hum, with the open sound, and then can we keep the feel of all that as we chew it up into words? So I'll show you what I mean here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My compression here, my grab from the body to produce the sound is not going to change from the hum to the open sound to the articulation. What we're trying to do is isolate the 3 main parts of the machine: the respiration, the phonation, and the manipulation. What we're doing here is we're trying to set up the first 2 so they're nice and consistent. So no matter what we do with the mouth here, forward, is not interfering with what's happening from here downward. We're separating these 2 parts of the machine out. So I can manipulate up here and have it not affect how I'm pressurizing that sound. So start from here. And I'm doing muh, M-U-H. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't want the sound to change in terms of my volume. I don't want the tonality to change from the open muh to the numbers, right? So up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the whatever I commit to on the hum, I'm going to stay with that in the open sound and the numbers. So once you start a sound, commit to it all the way to the end. It's really hard to kind of course correct it in the middle of that. It's really hard to get in it because you're kind of in a coordination that you kind of have to commit to. So here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now what's happening here in the hum, if your hum goes like this, and it breaks, you're not keeping your larynx in a neutral position. And what does neutral mean? Well, neutral means that it's relatively right where it is now where I'm talking, But even if I put my fingers on my larynx and I talk, there is a slight range of movement up and down. It kind of floats around in this position. When I'm not speaking, it's in here. As I speak, it kind of floats a little bit up and down. That's okay to sing. Do not go by anybody who tells your larynx needs to be stable and not move at all. It's impossible for it not to move. Even when we speak, it floats slightly up and down. That means it's relaxed. It's able to have a little free range of movement. You just don't want any huge range of movement up or down, dampened or lifted. We want it kind of to float right in here. So if you have to, put your fingers on your larynx as you hum. You're going to probably have to think a little bit of down as you go up in the scale to keep it from lifting with the notes. And it all becomes, the pressure all gets all out of whack and everything just kind of breaks apart. I'm thinking down. But only as much as I need. I don't want to over compress it. My compression here is the same. I commit it once, down, keep it down, set it and forget it, right? That stays in that same position when I open and when I articulate. This is just down once, leave it there, set it and forget it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't want to feel in pressure here either. From the hum to the open sound to the articulation. The only thing I want to change is what I'm doing up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you might not be able to do this right away, but for women you would start kind of where I started and continue up. You know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The idea is to make sure that articulation, those numbers are nice and clean and clear, but they sound conversational. You're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's too much. You would never sing like that anyway. You don't speak them that way. Articulate them exactly how you would say them, as soft and as flowing as possible. Because at this speed, we are basically just talking on pitch, which is what we want. Because when we slow this down into more of a singing sound, we don't want the articulation in terms of the consonant work to change much at all. The only thing we want to do is basically just draw out the vowels. So if I do this at speech speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're all clear, they're all clean. I'm not overdoing or underdoing my articulation. Slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My articulation in terms of where my mouth closes, it comes together, my lips and my teeth are all moving to make the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are not changing from how I would say them. I'm just stretching my vowels out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my high C here sounds like I'm talking it. It doesn't sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, that kind of thing. It's my voice speaking all the way up and all the way down. My articulation, my compression is not that far from how I would say it. It's a little more compressed, a little more intense, as if I'm saying something with a bit more of an emphasis. If I kind of emphasize it a bit, I'm not going to really change my articulation much. I'm just going to increase the intensity of the sound. So when I'm singing, I want that same kind of articulation, it just sounds more intense. So this is what we're going for here. Consistency of tonality, consistency of articulation, consistency of breath pressure or breath support. All those three things need to be aligned and consistent from your low to your mids to your highs. How do we do this with this particular exercise? This is one way of doing it. Hum, open, articulation. That gets your compression in really right. Open sound, larynx down, resonance up, then articulate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Till next time, keep rocking, keep practicing. See ya.